Hello and welcome everyone. I am Pushpa Pandit and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Being Bookish. So today we are going to see that how for loop works in Java. Basically we have three parts here. Whenever we write for loop we have three parts which you can see. So what are these three parts called? This is the part which is known as initialization. Initialization. Now, what is initialization? Initialization is nothing but assigning some value to a variable. Here our variable is I and we are assigning it some value which is 1. So this is what is called initialization. Next we have condition. So the next part is condition. If possible, I would request you to kindly note down whichever I am trying to say here. Okay. So the next part is condition and this is easy to understand that it is some sort of condition. Next we have updation. This is the third part which is updation. Now for instance our updation is to increment the value of I. We can also decrement the value of I or we can do some other sort of updation also which we will see in further videos. Okay, so basically we have three parts in for loop. One is initialization, next is condition and the third is updation. And we have the body part here which is written inside the curly bracket. For in the body part I have just printed hello here. You can do anything which you want inside the for loop according to the question. Now how for loop really works? So let us take that and now let us try to understand. First of all, the for loop, what it does? It initializes the value and this happens for the first time only. Afterwards there is no initialization. This is the first thing which happens and this is the for the first time which it happens, and after that it will not happen. Don't worry, I will take an example and also show you that how it really works. Okay, just focus what I am trying to say. So the first thing which happens is that for loop will go to here, initialize whatever you have given the variable. So here I is equals to 1. This is what we are trying to initialize. Next where it will go? It will go in the condition part. So this is the condition part. Now in the condition we are checking is I less than equals to 5. What is the value of I? We have given the value of I as 1. So it is checking whether 1 is less than equals to 5. So tell me whether this condition is true or not. Obviously it is true because 1 is less than 5. So this condition is true. Now this is the second part after the initialization. Now which is the third part? Is it the updation part? No, don't misguide. Okay, don't misconfuse here that this is the third part. No, if the condition is true, the for loop will come inside the body. So the body part is the third part. Okay, this is very important to note that first is initialization, second is condition, and if the condition is true, the third part will be the body part. Okay, now after executing the body part, which is system.out.println is to hello, we need to print hello. So after printing hello, the cursor will come here and then it will go to this part. What is this part known as? This is known as updation part. So this is our fourth thing which will happen. So note down the sequence that first is initialization, second is condition, and if the condition is true it will come inside the body part. Next it will go to updation part. Okay, so this is how the sequencing is done. Now let us try to evaluate that in this question or in this example how the for loop is working and what is the output which we will get. So first of all, see here, let me write here I. Okay, whatever will be the value of I will note down here, because for beginner you need to do this only so that you can understand. After that you will become the master of this. Okay, this is a very simple example. Now let us try to execute it. For the first time I's value is what? 1. So let us write here 1. Now where it will go? It will go to the condition part. Now it will check 1 less than equals to 5. True or not? Yes, it is true. It will come inside the body part, and in the body part we have only one instruction, that is to print hello. So we have printed hello. This will be shown in the screen. So let me write here, this is the output which we will get. Okay, next after printing hello the cursor will come here and next it will go to the updation part. Now updation is what? I++. That means what? To increment the value of I by 1. So now the next value of I will be 2, because I plus plus means what? Increment the value of I by 1. Previously our I values were 1. Now next time the I value will be 2. Now where it will go? After updation part, it will go to the condition part. Okay, after updation part, it will go to the condition part. Now what is the condition? I less than equals to 5. What is I? I's value is 2 in this case. I's value is 2. So 2 less than equals to 5. True. Now where it will go? It will go to the body part. So this is how it will execute. Okay, after the body part, it will go to the updation part. It will update the value. Next it will go to the condition part. Okay, and then if the condition is true, it will again come back to the body part. Next it will go to the updation part, then again condition, then it is again going to the body part. So as I have told in the beginning, that this thing, whatever is the initialization, this happens for the first time only and not after that. Okay, so let us continue where we will be. Okay, so where we are here. So we need to print that 2 less than equals to 5, condition is true. We will come down in the body part and we need to print here hello. So we will print hello. Next it will go to the updation part. It will increment the value of I by 1. So I's next value will be 3, because I we have incremented by 1. So I's value is 3. Now it will check, is 3 less than equals to 5? Yes, it is still true that 3 is less than 5. It will come to the body part, and in the body part what we need to do? We need to print hello. So we will print hello. Now it will come, the cursor will come here, and next it will go to the updation part. Updation part will increment the value of I by 1. So I's value is 4. So 4 we will check here, is 4 less than equals to 5? Condition true. It will come to the body part and it will print hello. So hello. Now the cursor will come here again, it will go to the updation part. So updation is what? I increment the value of I by 1. So now our I value is 5. So now it will check again, is 5 less than equals to 5? Now also the condition is true, because although 5 is not less than, but it is equal to 5. Okay, so 5 less than equals to 5. So it will come again down, it will print hello. So let will write hello. Now after printing hello, the cursor will come here, I's value will increment. So what is the I value? It is 6. It is 6. Now it will check the condition, that is 6 less than equals to 5. But now the condition is false. Why false? Because 6 is neither less than nor it is equals to 5, and now the condition is false. And now after instead of going inside the body, it will come out of the loop here. It will come out of the loop. See, this is the out of the loop. So what is our output? This is our output, that it will print hello 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 5 times. Now it is very important to note that what is the value of I here after executing this statement, after executing this for loop, what is the value of I finally? So many of the students do this mistake, that they write 5 is the last, because they think that 5 was the last value, and then after that condition became false. No, I's value is 6. Okay, I's value is 6, and when it becomes 6, then only the condition becomes false. So this is very important to note, so kindly note down. And if you are beginner, do this for few days, and after that you will be able to understand and remember the I value in your head. Okay, so first of all, let me repeat all the points which I have said. In the for loop, we have 3 points: initialization, condition and updation. First we will initialize, and this happens for the first time. Next it will go to the condition part, and if the condition is true, it will come inside the body part. Then it will go to the updation part. Next, after updating, it will again go to the condition part. If the condition is true, it will again come down, and it will again go to the updation part. If the condition is again true, it will come again, and this process executes till the condition becomes false. So this is how for loop works, and I hope with this simple understanding and this simple example, you all have grasped the basic knowledge which is required for loop. Okay, so this was all from this video. I hope the video was helpful. So I will meet you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you.